give you a lift up to the autocross course. 21 and over to get behind the wheel once you've had some instruction from drivers like Davy Jones, Roberto Guerrero, and Shea Holbrook. 18 and over to get the ride of your life as a passenger in the right seat in one of the new Jaguar F-Types. 550 horsepower. It'll pin you to the back of the seat whether you're driving it or riding in it, and it is well worth the effort to go down and sign up. It's all complimentary thanks to Jaguar and Land Rover. As we haven't heard any information about the off-road course, I'm surmising that it is still too wet to operate based on the rains that we've had over the past few days. But make your way to the Jaguar Land Rover garage, get signed up. We've got a shuttle that'll take you up there, and you'll be able to experience the exhilaration and acceleration of that Jaguar F-Type. 46A, Jody O'Donnell on the pole for this race with Peter Kloot, number 42, alongside. The 17 of Mark Reif and the 61 of Larry Ligas. Ligas in that E-Type Jaguar Roadster is on the second row. 63A, Scott Hawley, the 37 of Claire Schwendeman on row 3. Fourth row, 00, Charles Bentley, 00, the 7 of Shannon Ivey in the Camaro in the fourth row. Fifth row, the 23A of Tom Cantrell in a very fast orange Mustang. Also in a Mustang, the 98 of Gary Moore. Sixth row, 33B, Michael Donahue and 389 Jeff Garrett. We've got the 9A of Charles Jones, the 11 of Matt Hewson in row number 7. In row number 8, the 63 of Robert Corzin and the 10 of Mike Woolsey. In the 9th row, 64, James Heck, the 46 of Ryan Kloot. Row number 10, car 87, Richard Kurtz, and the 14 of Matt Parent in a Corvette. For the 11th row, the 18B of Alan Vincent in a Mustang, and the 49 of Mark Sharon. 12th row, car number 90, David Lasco, and the 51 of Bill Feaster. We're all the way back in row 13 for car number 7B, Sterling Mullichek, and the 77A of Kelly Ann Hampton. 14th row, the Corvette number 33A, that's Bob Lima, and car number 6, Chris Stillwell. 15th row, 317, Scott Hackinson, and the 19 of Phil Mullichek in the Cobra. 16th row, the 2A of Dave Roberts and the 73 of Clark Howie. Final car on the grid, 33 strong, number 73A, Colby Hillman.
Lights out on the pace car as we're getting ready to go green here in just a few moments. Group 6 is always popular to a lot of fans new to vintage racing because everybody has their favorite, whether it's a Camaro, Corvette, Mustang. Pick out your favorite car and cheer for that one.
And I just think they like the sound as well. You get those cars coming down the front straight to take the green flag, just like they are now, and wait for it. And there goes the 46A of Jody O'Donnell. And he is moving right down the line. O'Donnell into that hard right, a little bit of brake smoke there, and takes off with the 42 of Peter Kloot following him. And then it's that E-Type Jaguar, number 61 of Larry Ligas. Pretty much all single file heading around towards the backstretch. So there is your leader, the 46A of Jody O'Donnell. He's got that Roberto Guerrero name stripe on there, as that's from yesterday's Pro-Am race. You'll see a number of those on various cars. A few showing up in this shot. There's Robbie Unser. A lot of these cars hunting around, figuring out where they're going to put the brakes on as they try and go through turn 7. Meanwhile, your leader, O'Donnell, is already up on that transitional portion of the track, headed down towards turn 12. Into 12, headed to 13. The 42 of Peter Kloot is all over the back of O'Donnell. They are very evenly matched, these two, as they have their two-car breakaway going. O'Donnell just towing Kloot along. He's about a half a car length back as they come down the front stretch. O'Donnell now takes him out a little bit more horsepower, it looks like, on that black number 46A of O'Donnell. They get through turn 1 clean. It's still Corvette, Jaguar, with Larry Ligas in third in the number 61. Kloot with a 6/10 of a second gap back up to your leader, O'Donnell. So not much in the way of a runaway here from these two. Guerrero was the pro driver for O'Donnell. Al Unser Jr. teamed with Peter Kloot, and Davy Jones with Larry Ligas. Jimmy Kite was the partner of the number 17, Mark Reif. Saw a lot of brake smoke there as Reif was coming into turn 7 off the backstretch. And look at this. Here comes Kloot trying to get up the inside. Not able to do it. It's up onto the front straight, and there goes Kloot. He's making a run. Oh, that wasn't the front stretch. I get that mixed up all the time. Look at this battle going into turn 13. Holy cow. And imagine they're doing this with 3,000-pound plus cars. The 46A of Jody O'Donnell, the 42 of Peter Kloot.
O'Donnell really gets the pull down the front straightaway.
Oh, does he ever. Holy cow. Peter's got to do it in the twisty bits. He's got to get under him and hope his car handles better than Jody O'Donnell's, because that's about the only way he's going to pass him, is to get him back there and keep him back there, because once they get around to the straight, it's bye-bye. And I don't think either of these guys are leaving anything on the table. Peter Kloot making good use of the FIA curbing in turn 6. Almost looks like he's launching off of it. Into turn 7, headed to 8. Turn 9. Let's see if Kloot's got anything for O'Donnell on this run. And one more time, trying to do it the hard way on the outside to get the good line for the next corner. And no, Peter Kloot hard on the brakes to avoid running into Jody O'Donnell. And look at that car just squat when he steps on the throttle. That rear end just drops right down, and it's nothing but power to the racetrack. Tom Cantrell in the orange Mustang. Cantrell in the 23A, currently shown in 6th. Your running order, Jody O'Donnell is your leader in the 46A. 42, Peter Kloot following him. Then we've got some daylight back to Larry Ligas in the number 61 Jaguar. The 17 of Mark Reif, a couple seconds back. Then it's the 37 of Claire Schwendeman wrapping up the top 5. In 6th, the 23A of Cantrell in that orange Mustang. The 00 of Charles Bentley in the Z28 Camaro. 46, Ryan Clute. Ryan driving another Corvette. 63A, Scott Holly, and 33B, Michael Donahue complete the top 10. That's the 14 of Matt Parent, driver out of Bellevue, Washington, just a few miles from Seattle. Number of drivers down here from the Northwest competing this weekend. And several that were here last weekend as well for the Open Wheel World Challenge. Cantrell trying to get around the 00. And the 00 trying to get around Cantrell. Advantage to the 00 of Charles Bentley. Also benefiting from that little dice was the 46 of Ryan Clute. Clute just ahead of that pair of Cantrell and Bentley. Cantrell locking up the brakes and bouncing over that FIA curbing. Taking a little bit off of his running time there as Bentley able to get by him. And Cantrell's work starts all over again. That car just behind the 23A of Cantrell is another of the E-Type Jaguars. And that is the 63A of Scott Holly. Chevy versus Ford coming through turn 7. Camaro versus Mustang. No change at the front of the field. That 46A of Jody O'Donnell is maintaining about a half a second lead over the 42 of Peter Clute. This is our race for Group 6. Groups 10 and 12B are next. Race Groups 10 and 12B to pre-grid, please. Clute closing up, and now O'Donnell's got traffic ahead of him.
This should make it very interesting here.
They both get around the Mustang, and up ahead is the number 73 Corvette. They make short order of that, get around him. And once again, it is that race at turn 13. Now they're coming back up onto the straight. And look at how much Clute is able to close up as they come out of turn 14 onto the front straight. And now it's like they're on a rubber band, as Jody O'Donnell just stretches that rubber band right down to turn 1, and then Peter Clute will reel him in as they go through the twists and turns of the back section here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2.4 miles around this track, 14 corners. Clute just flying over that FIA curbing. in turn 6. They come down towards turn 7. Klute's car getting a little loose there as he came out of the corner.
Had a gaggle of 4 cars going into turn 1. Got pretty close there, but everybody went through corner 1 without hitting anybody.
Pleasant surprise. And again, Klute closing up. And then O'Donnell stretching it out. 1 lap to go. These drivers pretty evenly matched in their driving ability. The fastest lap of the race goes to your leader, Jody O'Donnell, a 1 minute 38.07. And second quick to the 42 of Peter Klute, a 1 minute 38.21. So 14/100ths of a second separating those two in their fast laps.
Klute's doing his best just to, I think at this point he knows he can't really pass him, but he's looking for O'Donnell to make a mistake at this point.
I think so.
If he does, he can take advantage of it.
And he is just really all over the back, to the left, to the right. Just trying to distract him.
Mm-hmm. Yellow flag in that corner there, so won't be able to make a pass there. Only a couple more opportunities here.
Oh, and there he goes.
Yep. Now it's
trying for it.
Horsepower test right here.
Yeah. And comes up a little bit short. What a great race, though. Those two had fun for the entire 8 laps of this race for race group number 6. Groups 10 and 12B to pre-grid, please. Groups 10 and 12B. Fun times there with Jody O'Donnell and Peter Klute for the entire 8 laps of that race. They were just nose to tail. Pretty easy day for 61 Larry Ligas. He comes home third in the E-Type Jaguar. 18 seconds off the lead, but then he had another 8-second advantage over the 4th place car, number 17, Mark Reif. The 46 of Ryan Klute completes the top 5. And here's a replay of that final dash down towards the checkered flag as you see Ryan Klute, or Peter Klute, try and get by the 46A of O'Donnell as they come out onto the front straight. I'll tell you what, if there'd have been a few more corners, I think there might have been a different outcome to this race.
There might have been. It was, but I think at Christmas time, Jody O'Donnell may send a little extra bottle of wine to his engine builder.
That is sure one fast Corvette, I'll tell you that. I'm interested to see the reaction of these two when they get out of the car as they make their way now down pit road towards the winner's circle here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Dono's car going on the scales. As well, Klutz here in just a moment. And don't forget, if this is your first time at an SVRA event, you can join SVRA. Make sure to check out the SVRA results office right next to the concession stand near Gasoline Alley. And the lovely ladies there will be more than happy to sign